You're ready to shame people while the right-wingers do it too? I know! I hate both! Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. I got a video for you today about Project Veritas. They did a gangster interview at a conference, recorded, and as a parent, I think this is something that you need to be aware. And if you like this type of content a little in the direction of parents, I post quite a lot of them once in a while. So like, share, hit the bell notification, and let's go to the video.
I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Meet Joe Bruno, Dean of Students at the prestigious Francis W. Parker Private School in Chicago, which happens to charge $40,000 per student.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them. They're like, how does this butt plug work? How do we do, like, how does this work? That's a really like cool part of my job.
Parents might be stunned to learn that Bruno's version of love and acceptance means handing out sex toys to underage students.
So I've been the dean for 4 years. During Pride, we do a Pride Week every year, and I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Who was this?
This is an LGBTQ plus health center came in to talk to my high school students.
Nice.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them, looking at them.
In the school?
In a classroom.
Wow.
Yeah. While I'm sitting there. And we had a drag queen come in, pass out cookies and brownies and do photos. And
So amazing. And everybody's cool with that, like the butt plugs and the dildos. Nobody complains.
no,
I mean, if the parents found out, would they?
no, it's queer sex. This is the drag queen that came in,
What's her name?
Alexis Bevels,
Alexis Bevel.
and just hung out in my classroom,
And was there?
or hung out in my office.
You have so much freedom, so much wiggle room.
So much freedom, so much money
I mean, having
to
lube
do
and
stuff.
trustees are okay with that too? They don't know.
Okay.
At that moment, when the school started getting attention, they started deleting everything, and I'm like, okay, that's like Balenciaga 2.0. Why when you get caught, you start deleting? It's like you post it online because you're proud of it, right? Now suddenly you delete it. You don't want people to look at you in a different way. You don't want to lose your clients. And of course, we got some updates for you. Update, breaking news. Francis W. Park School in Chicago, Illinois, where the Dean of Students, Joseph Bruno, was caught on video talking about giving students butt plugs and dildos, sent out this email to parents saying that they stand in full support of the Dean.
What?
We are writing to let you know that one of our employees, while at a conference last week, was targeted by right-wing fringe groups of individuals that seeks to undermine and manipulate diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Work in schools. This evening, the group showed up outside the school and attempted to confront and ambush this employee with aggressive questions. A handful of students and family members were present. This incident is very upsetting, and we stand in full support of employee.
Surprise, mother.
We have put additional security measures in place, and we will notify community should there be any additional activities from this group regarding the school or our employee. We advise members of our community not to engage with any organization that fits this general profile. Respectfully, Dan Frank, Principal. First of all, you have to remember this. He said they have a lot of money, so they got resources. So they will do anything they can to support this. They're happy about. Second, it happened at a conference. So at a conference, you might give a specific secret. You're not gonna give it out loud, but it's your time to mingle with the parents, bada beam, bada boom, to see who's on your side, because maybe in private you might go more. Which makes me think, what more are you teaching these kids there? You don't want me to see you as an LGBTQ person, right? You want me to see you as a human being. But whenever I see the LGBTQ person, you are only promoting LGBTQ in a funky way. We gave you a finger and you didn't take the hand. You bent me over and teach me about butt plugs.
I feel very attacked!
If I did what this guy did at any playground or school or whatever, I would get arrested. Why don't you arrest this person? Because you think it's okay. Did you check his laptop to be 100% sure he never did anything crazy? No. Because back in the day, maybe a few years ago, not a lot, for a lady to be approached by a man, we had gangster laws.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
And suddenly, we need to have freedom to bada bing, bada boom. What happened? Teach them about love. Teach them about being together in a relationship. You're not just teaching people how to go flang, 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 flang. You got the disease, we got the medicine. Flang, 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 flang. You got someone pregnant, you got abortion. Flang, 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 flang. You're only talking about abundance without self-control. This is a very bad message.
This is a sickness!
When I see the LGBTQ community, I feel finding certain people that have the balls, if they have it or not, metaphorically, to approach a situation and enjoy their life. I get that. But there's no way you're going to convince me that whenever you talk about the LGBTQ, it's only about funky funky time, as if funky funky time is love. No, nobody went to war so they can have funky funky time. They went to war to fight for their country. You guys are fighting for funky funky time. 2 kids, come on. So I have a question to the LGBTQ. Why would I never think that you are trying to promote the sexualization of kids? Tell me. Why are you telling me that you're doing something and you have no reason to funky the kid? When we all know the majority of people that take care of kids, especially in Africa, will funky those kids down there, right? So there's always an abundance of kids, you will find a special person. But now for some suddenly, we defend these people like a boss. We have the resource and the money. At private school, that will never control their body if there's no consequence. When will we give these people consequence? Oh no, they might snippety snip them. So what about the kid? What about them being taken advantage of? What about they think, oh my god, I didn't have funky at such an early age. That's not important. You are putting a certain importance in the life of the kid that is not important to the parents in a different way. You're ready to shame people while the right-wingers do it too? I know! I hate both! Oh my god, I felt a crying attack, man. It's like it bothers me so much. The people that are the P, the gangster P, they can be cis, they can be gay, they can be queer, they can be non-binary, pansexual, transsexual, they can be anything. The idea is, I care about the safety of my kid. So if you want to teach a kid with specific stuff that can lead to a situation that is damaging to them forever, and you don't see that and say, well, actually other people have human rights, which is usually the thing that I keep hearing, and I'm like, what? I should not shame people. You have to be careful for the safety of their kid. If you care more about yourself than the safety and the projection that we do to defend our kids because your human right is more important, I think you're the problem too. Let me know if you agree with that. Like, share, hit the bell notification. And life is good if you're with your kids. Papas and mamas, be there.